The skies above Earth darken as the Yautja, a race of ruthless hunters, arrive with one goal: to claim the ultimate prey. Their ship, sleek and stealthy, cuts through the atmosphere, its advanced cloaking technology keeping it unseen. Far below, on the ground, the remnants of an ancient, long-forgotten battle stir in the depths of the jungle. The predators have tracked their prey here, an Earth rife with challenges and unique adversaries. But this time, the Yautja are not the only hunters. The alien creatures, long lurking beneath the surface of the Earth, are now free, emerging from their dark holes and slithering across the land. The battle between predator and prey has evolved into something darker, with a threat more formidable than any of the Yautja could have anticipated. But just when it seems like humanity's last hope is lost, Superman and Iron Man appear, unwilling to let Earth fall into chaos. The Yautja ship descends into the jungle, cloaked and unseen. Its sleek, angular form shimmers faintly as it breaks through the clouds. The jungle below is thick with overgrown foliage, and the sun shines brightly, casting sharp shadows across the dense undergrowth. The Yautja ship's descent creates a quiet disturbance in the atmosphere, a low hum reverberating through the trees as the ship nears the ground. Above, Superman flies high in the sky, his sharp eyes scanning the horizon. His senses are heightened as he feels something is wrong. The air is thick with tension, and he can sense the arrival of something dangerous. His super hearing picks up the faintest sound, a strange hum that seems to be coming from the jungle below. At the same time, Iron Man, perched on the edge of a Stark Industries aircraft, glances down through his helmet's heads-up display. His sensors light up as heat signatures below the canopy register in unusual patterns. Something is stirring in the jungle, but Iron Man isn't sure what. He descends from the aircraft, his suit gleaming in the sunlight, prepared for anything. Both heroes converge above the jungle, unaware that their arrival coincides with the Yautja's hunt. The Yautja's first hunt begins when they land in a secluded clearing. Using their advanced cloaking technology, they blend into the environment, making them nearly invisible. Their hunting tools are both sophisticated and deadly: net guns, plasma casters, and wrist blades designed to kill with deadly precision. The predators target a small group of humans who had unknowingly wandered into the jungle, their equipment malfunctioning in the harsh environment. As the humans walk deeper into the jungle, a flash of movement catches their attention. Too late. The Yautja spring into action, attacking with surgical precision. The humans are down within seconds, their weapons useless against the advanced tech of their attackers. But Superman hears the chaos from above, and in an instant, he's diving toward the jungle, his cape flapping behind him. He lands with a mighty thud, his fists raised and ready for combat. The Yautja barely have time to react before Superman unleashes a series of devastating blows, knocking one of them into a tree with a crushing punch. But the Yautja are quick. They've studied their prey. With lightning-fast reflexes, the predators retaliate, using their cloaking devices to reappear in an instant and strike Superman with advanced plasma blasts. Superman grits his teeth, the energy blast scorching his chest, but his invulnerable skin absorbs the damage. However, the Yautja's weaponry is clearly more advanced than anything Superman has faced before. Even though his strength is unmatched, the combination of technology, strategy, and speed makes the Yautja formidable opponents. As Superman engages with one Yautja, another appears behind him, using its wrist blades to strike, aiming for Superman's back. Superman spins around just in time to block the blow, but it's clear these predators aren't going down without a fight. Meanwhile, Iron Man lands nearby, his suit glowing brightly in the sun. He immediately assesses the situation, scanning the predators' tech through his HUD. "Well, this is new," Stark mutters to himself. "But I've got some tricks of my own." Iron Man activates his repulsor blasts and takes aim at one of the Yautja. His energy beams hit the predator, sending it flying back, but just like Superman, Stark realizes that their weapons are too strong to defeat with brute force alone. The battle intensifies as the two heroes fight to hold their ground. Just as Superman focuses on his fight with one of the Yautja, the ground begins to tremble. From beneath the jungle floor, something stirs. Aliens, horrifying, acid-blooded creatures, burst from the earth in a swarm, flooding the battlefield with their terrifying presence. The ground is torn up as alien warriors crawl from deep beneath the surface, their distinctive hisses filling the air. The Yautja, sensing the new threat, pause their assault on the heroes and turn their attention toward the aliens. For the first time, the predators face a foe they didn't expect, one that is both fast and deadly. The fight between the two alien species erupts in an all-out war for supremacy. Superman and Iron Man watch, shocked, as the aliens and predators engage in brutal combat. The Yautja's weapons are powerful, but the aliens are relentless, using their speed and strength to outmaneuver the predators' advanced tech. The battle shifts quickly, and the predators are forced to reconsider their tactics. As the two species clash in a chaotic battle of survival, Superman and Iron Man realize that they may have just become part of something far larger than themselves. The jungle is now a war zone, with Earth's fate hanging in the balance. With the aliens emerging from underground and the Yautja hunting them with deadly precision, Superman and Iron Man must make a decision. Do they fight alongside the humans to defeat the Yautja and aliens? Or do they face a larger, more dangerous foe, one that will test their strength, intelligence, and will to survive? The battle is only beginning, and Earth's greatest heroes have no choice but to join the fight. The jungle is no longer a sanctuary. It's a battlefield. Iron Man lands next to Superman, both heroes forced into an alliance with the survival of humanity hanging by a thread. The Yautja, relentless in their hunt, have set their sights on Earth, but the aliens, deadly and fast, are a more dangerous and unpredictable enemy. Now, it's not just about fighting one foe. It's about surviving a war between ancient alien species and humanity's mightiest defenders. The once peaceful jungle has become an unforgiving war zone. Superman and Iron Man, both still reeling from their first encounter with the Yautja, now realize the true scale of the conflict they've become part of. As the predators and aliens clash violently in the distance, the heroes must move quickly. There's no time to waste. Superman scans the jungle with his heat vision, noticing that the aliens are spreading rapidly, their acidic blood staining the earth, leaving behind a trail of destruction. We need to stop them before they infest everything, Superman says, his voice calm, yet urgent. He turns to Iron Man, who's already preparing his suit for battle. Iron Man, looking at his display panel, adjusts his targeting systems. "I've never fought anything like this," he mutters, his voice tinged with disbelief. His suit whirs to life as the various weapon systems come online. "But that doesn't mean I can't give them a fight they'll never forget." Both heroes prepare for the battle ahead, realizing that their combined forces will be humanity's last line of defense against two extraterrestrial species with unthinkable power. Without warning, the jungle erupts into chaos. Yautja hunters, cloaked and deadly, emerge from the shadows. They use their advanced tech to strike at the aliens, with plasma-casting weapons and wrist blades flashing in the sunlight. Superman immediately takes to the skies, his fists crackling with energy as he targets the predators, his heat vision scorching their cloaks and revealing their hidden forms. Meanwhile, Iron Man lands in the thick of the battle, repulsor blasts firing with pinpoint accuracy at the predators, hoping to disable their advanced tech. He faces one Yautja head-on, his energy shield protecting him from a barrage of plasma fire. "Nice toys you've got," Stark quips, his thrusters firing as he dodges a plasma blast. "But I've got a few tricks of my own." Superman, still in the air, spots an alien queen emerging from the underbrush. The ground shakes as her massive form crashes through the foliage, her acid blood dripping onto the earth below. Superman's eyes narrow as he dives straight toward her, his fists ready. The queen screeches and swipes her claws in his direction, her terrifying speed catching even Superman off guard. But he counters with a quick uppercut, sending her staggering backward. The battle intensifies as predators and aliens clash in a brutal display of agility and strength. The aliens, moving at lightning speed, close in on the predators, who retaliate with their sophisticated weaponry, aiming to pierce through the thick, black carapaces of the creatures. The jungle becomes a cacophony of snarls, screeches, and weapon fire, but amidst the chaos, Iron Man and Superman fight with a coordinated efficiency. Iron Man's arsenal is put to the test as he faces off with a predator wielding an advanced net gun, attempting to ensnare him in a high-tech trap. Not today, Iron Man says, launching a missile from his shoulder cannon that obliterates the Predator's trap. He follows it up with a uni-beam blast that takes down the Hunter in a fiery explosion. On the other side, Superman grapples with the alien Queen, whose powerful claws slash at him. He uses his super speed to dodge, countering with blows that send her reeling. The Queen retaliates with a swipe that nearly shreds his cape, her acidic blood splashing dangerously close to his exposed skin. Superman avoids it just in time, his invulnerability the only thing keeping him safe from the alien's deadly blood. Just when the heroes think they've gained the upper hand, the Yautja reveal their true purpose. It wasn't just about the hunt. This was no ordinary mission. They have come for something far more dangerous than prey, a weapon buried deep within Earth, one capable of reshaping the galaxy itself. The Yautja leader, cloaked in shadows, activates a device on his wrist, and a holographic map appears in the air. The weapon, it turns out, is hidden beneath the jungle, deep within Earth's core. It is a cosmic energy source, capable of bending space and time, a force so powerful that whoever controls it could rule the universe. The Yautja, understanding its potential, have arrived to take it, not just for the thrill of the hunt, but to use it for their own conquest. Superman, hearing the leader's explanation through his super hearing, turns to Iron Man. "We need to stop them from getting to that weapon," Superman says, urgency in his voice. "If they control it, no one on Earth will survive." Iron Man looks at the hologram, then back at Superman. "It's not just about stopping the Yautja anymore," Stark says, adjusting his suit settings. "It's about keeping the galaxy from falling into chaos. Let's get to it." As the aliens and Predators continue their brutal clash, Superman and Iron Man must now face an even greater challenge, one that involves both ancient alien species and the discovery of a weapon capable of altering the fabric of the universe. The hunt has only just begun, and the stakes have never been higher. The heroes are not just fighting for survival, they're fighting for the very future of the galaxy. As the war between Predators, aliens, and humanity intensifies, Superman and Iron Man realize they have no choice but to form an uneasy alliance with the Yautja. Their fight for survival has drawn Earth's greatest heroes into a game of cat and mouse against the most dangerous predators in the universe. But even as they team up, the battle for control of the ancient weapon buried deep beneath the Earth is heating up. What they discover below the surface will change the course of the war and the fate of the universe. Superman and Iron Man, battered from their earlier confrontations, find themselves in an unexpected situation. With the Predators as their temporary allies, they must venture deeper into the jungle toward an underground facility, the resting place of the cosmic weapon the Yautja are desperate to control. This hidden facility, once a secret buried deep within Earth, now calls to both the Yautja and the aliens, who sense the weapon's immense power and seek to claim it for their own purposes. The facility's entrance, located in the heart of the jungle, is hidden beneath layers of earth and stone, obscured by thick vines and foliage. As Superman hovers above, scanning the area with his heat vision, Iron Man's scanners beep, identifying the location. Despite their differences, the two heroes have come to an uneasy truce with the Yautja, recognizing the growing threat that awaits them all inside. As they descend into the facility, the air grows heavier, the atmosphere tinged with a sense of both wonder and dread. The walls are adorned with strange, alien hieroglyphics and symbols, markings that have long since been forgotten by humanity. Superman and Iron Man exchange wary glances, realizing that what they are about to uncover could change everything. But what they don't know is that the Yautja are already inside, and they're not the only ones seeking the weapon. As the group of unlikely allies ventures deeper into the facility, they are met by an army of aliens that have already infiltrated the underground chambers. The dark, damp air vibrates with the sound of screeching xenomorphs, and the walls pulse with the disturbing hiss of the creatures that lurk in the shadows. The Yautja have already made their way inside, attempting to breach the central chamber where the weapon is said to reside. However, the aliens have claimed the facility, their numbers growing as they swarm over every surface, feeding off the weapon's dark energy. The battle becomes an all-out war between two species that have spent centuries at odds, each trying to claim dominance. Superman, in a blur of speed, uses his heat vision to carve through groups of aliens, the intense beams of heat cutting through the alien creatures like butter. Iron Man unleashes a barrage of repulsor beams and missiles, his suit glowing brightly against the dark, eerie underground surroundings. However, the aliens are relentless, their speed and ferocity making them formidable opponents. The Yautja, armed with their deadly plasma casters, wrist blades, and net guns, also join the fray. They move with precision, targeting the aliens with surgical accuracy, but even their advanced weapons are not enough to push the aliens back. The two species fight in a brutal clash, each determined to outlast the other in the pursuit of the weapon. In the midst of the chaos, Superman and Iron Man form a temporary alliance with the Yautja, working together to clear a path to the central chamber where the weapon lies hidden. As they fight, their trust in each other grows, albeit begrudgingly. Their combined might, Superman's strength and speed, Iron Man's technology, and the Yautja's ruthless precision, starts to tip the scale. But the aliens' numbers are overwhelming, and the heroes find themselves struggling to hold back the relentless assault. The twist. After hours of brutal fighting, the group finally reaches the heart of the facility. As they approach the cosmic weapon, the very walls of the chamber seem to pulse with energy, and the air grows thick with an unsettling hum. At the center of the room lies an ancient cosmic entity, its form shifting and glowing with a powerful, almost sentient light. The weapon, as it turns out, is not a tool or a machine. It is alive, capable of manipulating space and time itself. The Yautja, having fought so fiercely for it, are now revealed to have miscalculated. The weapon is beyond their control. It is a force so ancient and powerful that even the most advanced technology cannot contain it. The cosmic entity begins to hum, its energy field expanding outward. As it does, it communicates with the heroes through visions, thoughts, and emotions. It perceives the incoming threat of both the Yautja and the aliens, who have already shown their interest in it. The true power of the weapon lies in its connection to Earth itself, a bond that only Superman and Iron Man can begin to comprehend. The weapon is not just a means of destruction, but a force tied to the very fabric of the universe, capable of bending the laws of physics and creating new realities. The connection to Earth's core runs deeper than anyone realized. Superman, with his understanding of Earth's natural forces, feels the pull of the entity's energy. Iron Man, ever the scientist, begins scanning the entity, trying to determine its weaknesses. But their combined knowledge tells them one thing: only they can unlock its potential. The Yautja, despite their immense skill and technology, cannot tame the power of the cosmic entity. They are mere hunters in the presence of something far older and far more powerful than they could ever imagine. As the heroes come to terms with the enormity of the situation, the aliens launch their final assault, eager to claim the weapon for themselves. The chamber becomes the final battleground, where the fate of Earth, and possibly the entire universe, will be decided. With the cosmic weapon now activated, the stakes have never been higher. The Yautja may be mighty hunters, but they're not prepared for the true power of what they've unleashed. Superman, Iron Man, and the remaining survivors must now gamble everything on a plan that could either save humanity or doom it. But the Yautja aren't the only ones who want the weapon. The aliens are evolving rapidly, and their next move could destroy Earth itself. The final stand begins now. The cosmic weapon, pulsing with energy, illuminates the underground chamber. Its glowing core radiates with power, casting strange shadows across the faces of Superman, Iron Man, and the handful of human survivors who have made it this far. The Yautja leader, still battling for control, approaches the weapon, his eyes gleaming with ambition. The aliens, now more numerous than ever, advance rapidly, sensing the weapon's energy like a predator drawn to the scent of blood. Superman and Iron Man, the last line of defense, know that this battle is their only chance to save Earth. They've seen the weapon's destructive potential, but neither of them has the knowledge to deactivate it, at least, not without a massive gamble. Iron Man, using his technological genius, devises a plan to override the weapon's control system, but they are still far from safe. The Yautja, now realizing the full scope of what they've activated, will stop at nothing to wield the weapon's power. And the aliens, relentless in their pursuit of dominance, will do anything to destroy it before anyone can use it. As the Yautja and aliens clash in the background, Superman and Iron Man know that time is running out. They need to disable the weapon and, in doing so, end the threat posed by both alien species. But how? The chamber erupts into chaos as Iron Man and Superman prepare to make their move. Iron Man launches himself toward the weapon, his suit emitting a dazzling array of weapons fire to keep the Yautja at bay. He unleashes a powerful uni-beam, knocking back one of the predators, but there are too many of them. The Yautja, utilizing their cloaking devices, reappear at every turn, attacking with brutal force. Superman, using his super speed and strength, battles the predators, but their advanced weaponry and cunning tactics make them formidable opponents. The fight escalates as a new wave of alien hybrids, created by the Yautja's twisted experiments, emerges from the shadows. These hybrids possess the deadly acid blood of the aliens, combined with the strength and stealth of the Yautja. They are quicker, smarter, and stronger than either species on its own. Superman, thrown off by the hybrid's agility, fights back fiercely, using his heat vision to cut through their tough exoskeletons. But the hybrids adapt quickly, learning from every strike Superman makes. Iron Man, meanwhile, struggles to keep his suit systems online as the predators target him with plasma blasts and smart bombs. The heroes fight side by side, but the battle quickly becomes overwhelming. The hybrids swarm the area, forcing Iron Man and Superman to retreat back to the center of the chamber where the weapon lies. Despite their combined strength, they realize that they need to make a final play or risk losing everything. In a moment of clarity, Superman realizes that the cosmic weapon isn't just an energy source, it's alive. It perceives everything around it, understanding the conflict and adjusting its energy levels to combat the incoming threats. But there's a catch. Its power is directly linked to the Earth's core, which means that if it's not properly controlled, it could collapse the planet entirely. With this knowledge in mind, Superman decides to take a desperate risk. He realizes that the only way to stop the weapon from falling into the wrong hands is to use its energy against the aliens and Yautja. But to do so, he must tap into the very force he's been fighting to keep contained. Superman, knowing the danger of what he's about to do, sacrifices himself by stepping directly into the weapon's core. His solar-powered cells begin to absorb the immense energy, redirecting it outward in a focused blast of pure cosmic force. The weapon's pulse grows exponentially, but Superman channels it away from Earth, redirecting the raw energy back toward the alien hybrids and Yautja. As the energy surge devastates the hybrids, causing them to disintegrate in a burst of intense light, Iron Man takes his chance. With the hybrid forces scattered, he rushes toward the Yautja leader, who is still trying to control the weapon's power. Iron Man's suit, now equipped with overloaded power cores, delivers a final blow, his repulsor beam striking the Predator leader in the chest, knocking him unconscious. The weapon's energy begins to fade as Iron Man stabilizes the system, using his advanced technology to finally shut it down. The chamber is silent, save for the distant growl of the remaining Yautja, who are retreating, now defeated. Superman, battered and exhausted, stands tall, but only for a moment before collapsing. Conclusion. With the weapon now deactivated and the aliens and Yautja both defeated, Earth's fate is secured, for now. But the cost of victory is immense. Superman has used all of his strength to protect Earth, and Iron Man knows the dangers that remain in the wake of this conflict. The heroes have won the battle, but they understand that the war is far from over. As they look toward the horizon, they realize that the weapon may have been stopped, but the universe is vast, and the forces they've just faced are only the beginning. The delicate balance between species will never be the same. The fight for survival continues, but for now, the heroes can take solace in the fact that Earth is safe, for the moment. The war is over, but the scars remain. Earth has been saved, but Superman and Iron Man now face the consequences of the cosmic weapon's activation. Though humanity has survived, the predators and aliens have left their mark, and Earth's greatest heroes must now face the aftermath of the cosmic entity's power. What remains is a world changed forever, caught between the echoes of past battles and the unknown future that lies ahead. As the dust settles, The survivors of the battle for Earth begin the long, painful task of rebuilding. The jungle, once the site of fierce combat, now stands in ruins with the cosmic weapon, a force that nearly reshaped the universe, silently dormant in the underground facility. The skies, once clouded with chaos, are now clear, but the world is far from peaceful. Superman and Iron Man stand side by side on the ruins of the battle-torn landscape, surveying the damage. The Yautja have retreated, their hunt abandoned, but the aliens are gone as well, destroyed by the weapon's surge of energy. Despite their victory, a heavy silence lingers in the air, one that speaks of the devastation that has been left in the wake of the war. Earth may have survived, but at what cost? Iron Man mutters, adjusting his suit as he surveys the devastation. This weapon, it changed everything. Superman, his cape tattered from the battle, looks down at the remnants of the jungle, his mind heavy with the consequences of the fight. We stopped the immediate threat, Tony. But this power, it's not gone. It's just waiting. Their words hang in the air as they realize the magnitude of the situation. The cosmic weapon, the entity they'd struggled so hard to control, remains dormant beneath the Earth's surface, its true purpose still unclear. They've won the battle, but there are no easy answers for what comes next. As the survivors begin to rebuild, Superman and Iron Man meet in a quiet corner of the ruins, away from the chaos of recovery. The once heroic city now lies in ashes, with the survivors working tirelessly to pick up the pieces. Children and families, those who were fortunate enough to survive, are now rebuilding their lives, but the haunting images of the battle are still fresh in their minds. "We did what we had to do," Superman says quietly, his voice heavy with the weight of the decision he made. But this isn't over. What happens when someone else discovers this weapon? Iron Man crosses his arms, looking up at the sky, his expression darkening. "We both know the universe isn't as peaceful as we'd like to think. Our little skirmish may just be the beginning. We've unlocked a force that could change the fabric of the universe. And it's only dormant, not gone." They share a long look, the weight of the truth settling in. Even with the predators and aliens gone, the cosmic weapon represents an unknown power. A power that, if misused, could bring about more destruction than they could ever imagine. Superman nods solemnly, his gaze fixed on the horizon. The question is, what do we do now? How do we keep Earth safe from something like this in the future? Iron Man's voice grows firm, resolute. "We monitor it. We need to understand it. The moment we let our guard down, we risk everything. But, Clark, we can't face this alone again. Whatever comes next, we'll need more than just us." As the two heroes stand side by side, contemplating their next move, the ground beneath them begins to vibrate, a subtle shift at first, then growing in intensity. Superman's eyes widen, his super hearing picking up on a faint, pulsing hum from deep beneath the earth. Iron Man's suit flashes a warning on his HUD. Something's not right. The weapon's energy it's activating again. Before they can react, a brilliant light erupts from the jungle floor where the cosmic weapon lies buried. The energy pulse spreads outward, extending like a wave, flickering in and out of existence. The cosmic entity is not dormant, as they had assumed. It's waiting, biding its time, and now it's awake. The two heroes stand motionless, watching in awe and fear as the weapon's energy pulses, like a living being breathing from the depths of Earth. A sudden telepathic signal pulses from the entity, resonating deep within Superman's mind, then Iron Man's. "It knows we're here," Superman says, his voice filled with both awe and trepidation. Iron Man, ever the strategist, begins scanning the energy wave. "We've only scratched the surface, haven't we? This is far beyond anything we imagined." Superman clenches his fists, realizing that their fight is far from over. "We didn't stop the weapon. We only delayed it. And now it knows we're coming." The cosmic weapon, a force of unimaginable power, is not just a tool for destruction. It is sentient, capable of manipulating space and time, and it has now been awakened by their actions. What they've unleashed is far beyond their control, and Earth is at the mercy of a force that can alter the very fabric of the universe. As the light from the weapon flares brighter, Superman and Iron Man exchange a silent understanding. The true battle, the one for the fate of the universe, has only just begun.